Welcome into the live stream here for McCready and Siskey, episode 245, presented by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That's Tyler.
What it is, sir?
How are you, sir?
Man, I am scrambling. Been a day.
Going to be a short show today. We're going to get right to it here in a minute. We're going to keep it pretty tight. Both of us have a lot going on.
Got a couple things, dog.
So kind of busy. So we're going to knock this one out here pretty quick. And anybody who's MPW digitaling, not just McCready and Siskey-ing, we'll have hand raised guys at 4 instead of 5.
Wow.
Schedule reasons.
Let's go.
And that's going to be a fast show, too. So if you want to call in tonight, don't wait. Holler at it.
Yeah, I may or may not have to, I may or may not have to get you to filibuster for about 60 to 90 seconds if I get a phone call.
That's okay. That's okay.
I don't think this person knows I'm doing a show right now.
All right. We're going to get rolling here in a minute. Welcome into episode 245 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on this Thursday afternoon. It's December the 12th. Hope everyone is having
12-12.
12-12 of 24. Yep, 12-12. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We're brought to you each and every show by our friends at Rain Total Body Fuel. 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. So check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Scoops, I'm rocking with the cherry limeade today. The cherry limeade, you know, an oldie but a goodie. I needed some solid foundation today. Just an oldie but a goodie. We're going to talk about some oldies but some goodies here in just a little bit. But going with the cherry limeade today. Thank you to Bob. Hope Bob's doing great out there. Bob's got a couple more travel days left before he shuts it down for the year. But Neal, the Cooper Chevrolet chat is already bumping. And how about this? Ding, ding, ding. Womp, womp, womp. Announcement. Cooper Chevrolet has added Hyundai and GMC. It is now Cooper Chevrolet Buick GMC and Cooper Hyundai. How about my man Greg and my guys down there at Cooper Chevrolet completing the big acquisition of Hyundai down in the great state of Alabama. So any kind of vehicle you need, give our good friends at Cooper Chevrolet a call. You're trying to find you. You're trying to find your button over there.
I had a lot going on the screen there. It
is now Cooper Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, and Hyundai. Cooper Hyundai, they're opening up. Got a big acquisition there. Big time project they've been working on. They've been extremely busy. Got to see a lot of our friends at from Cooper Chevrolet at the Jacksonville State game on Friday, and they had to leave. They were leaving early because they had to get up and do inventory, acquisitions and such. It was a crazy 72 hours for those guys. But reminder, it's the Chevy Red Tag event over at Cooper Chevrolet. You can get over $10,100 below MSRP. No monthly payment for 120 days. Costco members, remember, you get an extra $1,000 discount. Give our good friends a call at Cooper Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, and Cooper Hyundai at area code 256-236-4481. Scoops are also brought to you by our good friends over at PTG Outdoors. PTG Outdoors, they are a Camus boat dealer. They have both fresh and saltwater boats. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs and custom golf cart retrofits where they replace all of the batteries with a single lithium battery. Located right there in Grenada, Mississippi, go to the online store at ptgoutdoors.com. That's ptgoutdoors.com. And get your favorite outdoorsman something great for Christmas.
There you go.
How we doing, sir?
Good. Busy, but good.
Me too, brother. I have been, the phone has been melted to my ear pretty much from the get-go this morning. So yeah, it's been a little nutty. So we're going to start this bad boy off. Something that's near and dear to your heart. And I know it's near and dear to the fans' heart. The transfer portal.
Oh, yes.
The transfer portal. So here's some things that are going on. And I want to, peel back the curtain for the fans. Probably going to shock some of you with some of this information. Probably some of them won't be shocked. So the first thing is if you look in the portal right now, the inventory is not all that great.
There's a lot of people that aren't yet in the portal.
There's a lot of people that aren't yet in the portal just because the portal's open. Why shall you say that? And I say difference, like I was joking. We were talking as a staff this morning, And I was like, look at this. I said 1 year ago, Robbie Ashford transferred from Auburn to South Carolina. When he went in the portal, one of the services had him ranked as the 600th overall portal player. He is also now in the portal 1 year later. Didn't really change anything. He's the 200th ranked portal player. So why is that? Well, a lot of these collectives and schools got smart after last year. And they have, in their deals, these players are collecting big checks to play in the bowl game. They're collecting a final check to play in the bowl game. So a lot of these players – now, look, I don't know if they're going to play or not.
When does the portal close?
I have to give you official date on it. It's 5 days after the last game.
They have that long to get in?
Yes.
Okay.
So 5 days after your last game. I do know that part. The official date, I don't know. All right, so they have these deals set in place where they're not going in yet. And so I suspect once teams go out of the playoffs or teams play their bowl games, you're going to start seeing a rampant amount of number of players going into the portal. All right, that's one. In my conversations this morning, I was speaking to a coach, to a head coach. We were discussing portal quarterbacks. And the numbers.
Oh, God.
All right.
It's unbelievable.
All right.
It is unbelievable.
Neal, I thought it was unbelievable, right?
I heard one today that was unbelievable.
Well, see if this
I'm almost rolling.
I'm scared to say it.
I am too. Someone on my board, it's a fair question. Why don't you just say the number? And I said, well,
it's so preposterous.
Because I'd like to hear it from just one more person.
All right. Should I say it if I heard it from a head coach?
Well, I didn't hear it from a head coach.
All right. I heard it from a head football coach. Should I say the number?
Is this a Southeastern Conference coach?
No.
Okay. We might not be talking about the same people.
All right. I'll say this.
I'm gonna text you a number.
Okay.
All right. You tell
me. Are you
me
telling me a full deal or are you telling me per year?
I'm gonna tell you a per year.
Okay.
I'm no longer even. Let me say this.
You're no longer surprised?
In the portal, no. In the portal, I will no longer talk about what is a multi-year deal. I don't believe them. Okay.
Fair.
I mean, it's more than fair. And so
it is fair.
Whenever I have a number of conversation with someone, I say for a year, and when they go, yeah, I go, oh my God.
Okay. All right, I'll be looking.
I'm working. I need my glasses to do this.
Oh man, yelling at cloud. Oh man, yelling at cloud. I'm gonna sing some today, by the way. Is that okay?
As long as we're short today, yes, you can sing. You can sing all you'd like.
All right. The number I heard on a particular, I know the quarterback.
Did you
I know
see
where
that number?
I did.
Okay.
How about this? The number I heard is 1.5 more than that per.
No way.
And it's done.
All right. Then
Can I say it?
Yeah. So the number you're talking about is $4 million.
$4 million per year.
I mean, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Wait till hey, I'm going to text you back who it is.
All right. So anybody who can do math can figure out a number I heard, and I heard this is an SEC number.
Yeah.
Which is wild, man. Wow. That's incredible. Blows me away.
So you know where I heard it from too, right?
Yep. So let me be clear here. Neither you nor I, let me say this. Neither you nor I are referring to anything Ole Miss related here.
That is 100% accurate.
As swear on the lives of everyone.
Mine's not SEC.
Mine is SEC, but it's not Ole Miss. I will go back to something Lane Kiffin said on the high school signing day when we started talking numbers, and he kind of went there. He said, you're going to hear numbers that you're not going to believe.
Well, I don't believe this one.
Well,
I actually said, you got to be shitting me. He goes, dude, I'm being 100% serious.
No, it explains it. It explains the decision.
And I'm like, excuse me, what? I said, dude, I said, come on now.
Well, you wouldn't leave that on the table. You would take that.
Yeah.
You would take that. You would just take that and go.
Yes.
Yes.
That's nuts.
What's wild to me is what I've heard. The one I've heard has still not been accepted. Still shopping.
I will say this. I've heard other ones in the SEC, okay, I've heard sitting SEC quarterbacks that some schools are going, but they got them by the balls because there's not go look at what's available now. There's not a game-changing quarterback in there now.
No, there are sitting quarterbacks. I know this for a fact. There are sitting quarterbacks at multiple schools around the country who have not gotten in the portal, have expressed no real interest in getting in the portal, who the tampering portal is wild.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean, I'm not doing the soapbox again. I don't have time for it. Don't have the energy for it. Don't care. I've passed the don't care thing. The portal should be moved to April. You would.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I'm not sure how much you'd solve, but I do think you could create a little less chaos.
Well, you'd.
I think you could. I think it would be more controlled because what you would do is you would take the tampering portal and you would move it out of the season, for the most part, into the off season, into the spring. And that would give you more time to handle the tampering portal and then make your decisions. Because obviously these kids are going to coaches and going, "Hey, I got this offer."
Well, the problem with this,
and so you're having to make decisions about personnel. Like, okay, can this guy help me? Can I afford to lose this guy? Because if I can't, I'm about to have to pay him more than I had planned to pay him. Which means I've got to make decisions elsewhere because it's not an unlimited supply of money.
No. But that, a lot of, and everybody talks about, how you say you want the deals to be transparent. I can tell you this.
I'll tell you this.
They don't want that one to be transparent.
I'll tell you this, Grind. Lenora Sellers is staying at South Carolina, but it wasn't because of a lack of effort of other SEC programs to take him away.
Everybody has. I mean, everybody's tried to get everybody.
Well, I mean, there are two or three.
I know one.
And I use the word offender lightly. It's just time to win.
Yeah. It's part of the times.
I mean, boy.
It's that part. I was like, I had to ask like 3 times. Are you saying this? Yes. So anyway, long story short is the deals that are being put in place. So here's the problem, right? Is you got teams that are dying. They need a quarterback, right? Hey, I need a quarterback, need a quarterback.
Yep.
But then you look at the supply and you're like, is he really the guy? No. Is he good? Is he okay? Yeah. But what's coming in the portal? And so you're in this position to where, do I take what's out there now or do I wait to see what comes on? Because wait to see what comes when the bowl games end or whatever. Like, dude, I don't know how, dude, that's why they need a spring portal window because there's no bowl game to weigh on. It's like, hey, if you're going in, you're going in.
Well, I'm advocating a single window in the spring.
In the spring.
Yeah, eliminate this window.
100,000% agree.
I think you would solve a lot of problems. I'm not sure you would make it any less chaotic, but I do think you would make it more manageable.
I mean,
this is. I mean, like, I know nobody cares. Nobody cares. I get it. I've learned that if people make a lot of money, nobody cares about their holidays. Like, look at the reaction to the United Healthcare shooting.
Ugh.
Where people go, well, they did turn down a lot of claims. It's like, really?
What are we doing?
I mean, do you hear yourself?
The people who say that are the same people that cheer when their opposing player gets hurt against their team. Same person.
But this would allow people to actually have, like, the holidays. It would allow people to have a break. It's, again, nobody cares. 100%.
But it's just wild to me that guy got that money. Like, if that was transparent, shit, everybody going broke. If that deal was transparent, everybody going broke. Can you imagine that being a market setter?
Well, so it tells me that, I mean, more and more of this. So you've got schools that are
desperate.
Well, they're desperate, and also they're going to do the whole rev share thing. So somewhere between 17 and 20 million.
Yeah,
and they're
doing NFL percentages. Dude.
They're gambling that there's no hold up here. They're gambling that money's there, and I guess it will be. And if that's the case,
everybody's working off rev share that I've talked to.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't talked to a single team that's not working off rev share. Not a single team. And so everybody's working off of it anyway. But the most I know of sitting quarterbacks that are wanting 1.5 minimum.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the normal number for sitting quarterbacks. But this is different.
Yeah, that's a starting number.
That's a starting number.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it's at, guys. That's where it's at. Got this sent to me. I just want to remind everybody, since it is Christmas season, Scoops, it is Christmas season. I just want to remind everybody, Tyler Siskey, PSA. I just want to remind everybody. So Ross Bjork went on we need to get Ross on the show. Ross Bjork went on some deal, and they were grilling him about Ryan Day. He's like, no, Ryan Day is doing a great job. He'll be back next year. So I just, and it was like, oh, what? He's like, it's about the Ross bringing some reality to the world. Love him. I just want to remind everybody. The Tyler Siskey PSA. There's Jesus, okay? There is Jesus.
Yeah, for you.
Then, all right, so Jesus is right here,
right.
Okay? My family is right there, okay?
Right.
My family's right there. And then right up under my family is Ross Bjork. It goes Jesus, my family, and then Ross Bjork. I mean, he is snugged up against the family.
How about that?
I mean, Ross Bjork is my guy. I love Ross Bjork. Y'all can talk all the shit. Ohio State fan, Texas A&M fan, Ole Miss fan, Western Kentucky fan. I don't care. Y'all talk all y'all shit. Ross Bjork is Jesus, my family, and then Ross Bjork is right there. That is my guy. That is my guy. I love me some Ross Bjork.
Yeah.
Love me some Ross Bjork.
So you're saying if you could have any AD in the country,
Ross Bjork, first call, only call. Ross, how much is it going to take, man? How much is it going to take?
Most handsome man in the country. No Diddy. Ross Bjork.
No Diddy. Ross Bjork, AD, first ballot Hall of Famer, golden jacket, whatever you want to call it. He is my guy. I would, whatever favor, no Diddy, whatever favor Ross Bjork ever needs from me, I'll be, yes, sir. What can I help you with, sir? What can I do? That's my guy.
How about that? So is he the fan of you that you are of him?
Yeah, he's my buddy. He's awesome. He really is. He really is. I don't know what the hell y'all complain about sometimes. This is my fucking guy. Not y'all as in you.
Yeah,
this is my fans. I don't know what the hell.
I don't have a problem.
Great.
I don't have a problem with
this guy's the greatest AD that ever walked planet Earth. I mean, like, literally, they should build, like, when they do an athletic director Hall of Fame, it should be called the Ross Bjork Athletic Directors Hall of Fame.
Okay.
That's my guy. I'm telling you. That's my guy.
I know.
I love the guy.
I like Ross fine. I don't know that I put him as that high on my pecking order, but it's okay.
But it's like Ross Bjork, and then the next AD is like over in the ghost room. I mean, it's like, you know, Ross Bjork's my guy. I love him. I really do. I mean, what that guy's done for me and my family. I mean, seriously. I mean, that guy's changed my life.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that guy changed my life. He literally changed my life. Like, I literally owe my company to him.
I know.
I mean, I wouldn't have my company that's doing very well. I wouldn't have my company if it wasn't for Ross.
I know.
I mean, I love the guy. I mean, so anyway, so anybody was sending that stuff to me. Somebody says the glazing. Hey, whatever you want to call it. Hey, talk all your shit. Don't care. Glaze all over it. Glaze all over it. Diddy, no Diddy. I don't care. Love me some Ross Bjork. Man crush. So y'all can kiss my ass. How about that? Love him. We will have no Ross Bjork blasphemy in here. All right.
Oh man.
There we go.
All right.
So anyway, that made news. All right, Scoops. There was some coaching activity going on yesterday in the old coaching carousel.
Yeah. One was incredibly predictable. I think we all hinted at it enough, and we saw it coming. I'm super excited about it.
Which one you talking about?
Rich Rodriguez.
You saw that coming?
Yeah. 100%.
That makes one of us.
Seriously?
Come on, dog.
Come on. That was a month ago. No, I think we all saw this coming. It made total sense. If you're West Virginia. There you go. What are you doing?
I hit all kinds of buttons over here. I'm sorry.
All right.
I was just giving you a little background tune while you were talking. Go ahead.
Giving our show on delay. Oh.
Shenandoah River.
I was happy for him. If you're West Virginia, why not? I mean, you're going to have some sort of, and when I say this, I don't mean it disrespectfully. You're going to have some sort of gimmick. You're going to have somebody who comes in and does it a little differently, somebody who understands that area. And he's a great coach. He's won there before. It's home. It's a cool story. Why not?
All right. So first of all, I guess I'll say the official stuff. I am terribly happy for Rich. Rich is one of the best dudes I've ever met in the business ever. Very intense coach on the field. I always used to joke. I was like, look, guys, don't take anything personal that happens like at practice or on the game field. Like, he goes into a different character, right? He goes alien once he goes on the practice field. When he, like, literally, when the horn blows for period 24 and the practice is over with, he's like the nicest human being that ever walked planet Earth. He's great.
No, I've dealt with him.
Now, when you're on the practice field, be on your toes and do your shit right. Don't go in there half-stepping. But that he has got a unique ability, even in the change of player that's gone on throughout time, is he can coach them hard and he can but love them at the same time. And I've never seen a player that played for the guy that didn't love the guy. Like, example things that he would do here, like when we were at Ole Miss. Like, he had a giant, and I'm a sucker for this, but he would have a giant, like, bowl of candy
on his desk,
right? And I'm not talking about like candy corn. I'm talking about like full-fledged Reese Cups, Twix. I mean, the good stuff. And you come in there, and then I said, why you always got this in here? He goes, doors always open, candy's always in here. Kids love candy. He goes, they'll come in here and they'll talk, and we'll get to know each other as human beings. And then when they know that I love them, I can coach them as hard as I want to. And I was like, this fucking genius.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you always say doors open, but he goes, they'll come in here, unsolicited.
Have a peanut butter cup and sit down and talk.
And he's just he'll do anything for his players. He's a loyal guy. He is to his players, and I think the way he gets a chance to do right, to get it back to I think the way things went down when he left to go to Michigan, and then all the stuff, and that was hard for him.
Of course. Well, the Alabama thing happened, and then a lot of stuff. And then he went
happened
to Michigan, and then the Michigan thing didn't go the way that everybody thought it would go. Deal got weird, and then
I know the truth behind it. I'm not getting into it. That's Rich's story to tell, but there were reasons. And I love the guy. I'm so happy for him and his family. Rita, Raquel, Rhett, Roxy and Rambo, the whole crew. But just a truly good coach, and he's back home. He's going to fit it, and he's got support. Pat McAfee's behind him. He's got the right support behind him.
Yep.
He's going to do well, and I'm excited for him. So there will be no Rich. Just for everybody knows this, there will be no Rich Rod blasphemy or West Virginia blasphemy on this show ever. We will be singing Country Roads here. That will be a staple. If we weren't going to get trademarked, we'd sing the whole song.
You will. This will come up, so let's just handle it straight out. Will you be Rich Rodriguez's general manager at West Virginia?
What kind of question is that?
It's going to come up.
Nobody's going to bring that up. Who's going to bring that up?
I am. I just brought it up. There you go.
We'll talk off the air.
Okay.
I'm just joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. I have not talked to Rich. I'll leave that discussions with my agent. What's the right words?
I mean, Michael Lombardi just got one of these gigs. Why can't I get one of these gigs?
Get one. No, I will help Rich in any way I can. I will not be his general manager.
I'd move to Morgantown.
He will. He's got plenty of guys that he can do that job. I'm going to help him any way I can. But very happy for him. He's good people, man. Love him to death. All kidding aside, if I ever got back into it, this, I'll because I get asked this all the time on lives anyway. If I ever got back into it, I'm older now. I've seen the Dog and Pony Show. I know what it's about. For me, it would start with who am I working for?
Of course.
Okay. Period. It's not a check. It's not even about the money. It's not a check. Who am I working for? So that would be one of those. In Rich Rod, for sure, I would work for Rich Rod. Am I going to work for Rich Rod? No. Okay. But would I? Yes. In a heartbeat. Love the guy.
You know what? We'll move on from this, but the Jacksonville State opening is a good one, and he's made it more attractive. He's leaving that job better than he found it. I would think that would be an attractive gig for some of the, quote, lower level, end quote, coaches that are matriculating their way through the systems.
I think they'll have a lot of candidates that are interested in the job. Greg Seitz, the AD there, he'll do a good job picking.
I know who I would hire if I were them.
Okay.
I know who I would hire if I were them.
Okay.
I would hire Bryant Vincent.
Oh.
I would hire him yesterday.
Yeah. Can't comment on
I know you can't. I'm just telling you that's who I would hire. I would hire the ULM coach. Look at the job he's done at a place where there are no resources at all. I'd bring him back to Alabama where he's familiar, very familiar, as a high school coach, as a college coach, a place that has resources. And I would pick up where Rich Rodriguez left off, because he's leaving that job better than it was, and you can pick up from that level and go.
Yeah, it's in a very for what the job is. It's located in a very good place, recruiting wise, recruiting base, and how you have to, in my opinion, how you have to build rosters in today's G5 level. It's really built for that, and where Rich did a really good job. And a lot of people, everybody knows he's a friend of the show. He's come on the show. Everybody knows all that. Where Rich did a really, really good job is Rich figured out really quick the type of kid that goes to high schools in Alabama. Okay, the high school kid in Alabama, that's Rich Rod's guy. Those are blue collar, hard ass working kids that want to win. Well, that's what Rich Rod's is about.
Yeah.
So it's a good fit there. Two is this, where Rich did a really good job in the portal is, instead of taking the guy who was, hey, this guy was at LSU last year, nobody, I'm going to take this Power 5 guy. What he did a great job of finding the guys and pulling them up. Pulled up like his running back was from D2. Like he pulled up the D2 kids.
Yeah.
That were good players and won it and found kids to run his system, and they get after it. So very happy for him and his family, all that. All right, Bill Belichick. I had to wait until I saw the reports come out. I had to wait until I saw North Carolina announce it official.
Yep.
I was like, this can't be true. This can't be true. This can't be true. Very interesting here from a North Carolina perspective. Bill Belichick's coming back, $10 million a year. Good for him. And he's bringing friend of the show, former guest of our show, Michael Lombardi.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Lombardi can get a GM gig. You could probably get a GM gig. Why can't I get a GM gig?
We can get you. I can coach you up in about 5 minutes how to do it.
I mean, I think I could probably do it.
Yeah.
I'd go to Morgantown.
Oh, I'll put in a good word for you.
I'll go to Morgan. Let him know. What's the going rate for a GM right now?
A going rate?
The going rate. Or a going rate. What's Lombardi getting at North Carolina?
Probably between $750 and $1 million.
Okay. There you go. I want what Lombardi got, and I'll go to Morgantown.
Okay. $1 million a year, you do it?
For $1 million a year, I will move to Morgantown.
Okay. I'll tell him. Can I be your agent and get 3% though?
3%.
That's $30,000.
I mean, can you get me a 5-year guaranteed deal?
Probably 3.
Make it 4, and you can have 3%.
All right. Deal. Done. By the way, there's nothing worse in life than December 31st writing a 3% check to your agent. It's worse than taxes. Just thought I'd let everybody know that. Hand raised guy. But Bill Belichick going and Michael Lombardi going. We had to throw Michael in there because he's a former guest of the show. I'm here for it. I'm interested. I'm shocked on just many levels. I never saw Bill Belichick as a college coach. But he's a ball coach. He'll go do it. Michael Lombardi. Look, I can tell you this. They'll know how to evaluate talent. There will not be many talent misses on the whole evaluation sheets. They will be able to evaluate the talent.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he handles college-age kids after dealing with pros for so long.
There's 2 things different, right? If which would never happen, okay? But if Bill Belichick say, hey, what's the difference between the NFL and college? All right, so there's 2 differences, right? When you're going from what they've done in the NFL, what Michael and him have done, what they did in New England and doing it here, the 2 big differences are this. In the NFL, you got a draft, okay? So if you're the first pick in the draft, in high school, you could go say, Underwood, we would like to take, you're going to be the quarterback at UNC.
Right.
That's not how it works.
There's no draft. Right.
So there's no draft.
Right.
You can evaluate them and maybe you can go, but they're free agents.
Right.
So you can go do your thing. So that's different.
A lot.
And that's where they were successful in New England, was they were able to go get their type of guys. Now, with that being said,
got the quarterback in the 7th round, so
With that being said, though, what they did a great job of at New England is they built a mini Super Bowl teams off of basically draft picks that nobody wanted.
Well, here's what they did, and this is what correlates to today's college football. I was having this conversation with someone today. This is where college football is today. Love it, hate it, it's up to you. You have to put these college coaches, the good programs, they have basically analytic staffs who evaluate the players, evaluate their roster, needs, fits, things of that nature, and they put a valuation on that player. This player is worth $250,000. This player is worth $400,000. This player is worth $175,000. And then they have to stick to those valuations. You can't get emotional. When someone comes in, you've got a valuation on a player for $750,000. Okay? This player fits our system at that number. That's what it's worth. Because also keep in mind that in the pros, everybody knows what everybody makes. In the colleges, everybody finds out what everybody makes.
Eventually.
Okay? So it gets out. So you've got to get it right. Because unlike in the pros where maybe a rookie comes in and he makes more than everybody else, but the vets get it because, well, this is the new CBA, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't happen in college. You bring in a guy, he doesn't produce. The guy that's doing more production but making less gets pissed. You start getting that. So you got to get it right. So you put an evaluation at 750, and another school goes, hey, we'll give you $1 million. We'll give you $1 million. You can't, if you're disciplined, go, son of a bitch. We were going to give him 750. We think that's all he's worth. We'll give you 1-1, but you got to take it right now. Okay, he takes it, right? So now you've spent an additional $350,000 on an emotional decision that's going to affect the rest of your purchases. Yeah. You're going shopping at the grocery store. This is a good analogy. You're going shopping at the grocery store, and you got to buy everything you need for your big Christmas dinner. And you got $300.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably go buy the nicest beef tenderloin in the place.
That's what I'm going to do for Christmas, by the way.
And maybe it's $200. And you're like,
damn.
I'm just using a number.
That's a big-ass tenderloin.
It is a big-ass tenderloin. And you can get it, and it's going to be awesome. But now you're going to pay for that in some other places. You're going to have to – no
mac and cheese this year.
You're going to have to get in the discount aisle on some stuff. And
mac and cheese.
And so back to the football analogy, that might mean that safety that you were going to buy for $400 can't buy him anymore. You don't have but about $200.
Right.
You don't have – or now you can go to your donors and stuff. Hey, I need another – and they ask, why? For who? Because they want to know where their money's going. Yeah. And it's to get this guy, and then this guy doesn't get it done. And you've got to be disciplined. So if you told me that Belichick and his people will come in,
be disciplined,
put valuations and be disciplined and have some effectiveness, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So for me, like I said, I don't think they're going to miss. They're going to be disciplined. Like I'm a big fan of Michael, always have been. He's been on our show. I got a chance to meet him and know him through the NFL process when I was the NFL liaison all the years. Just a good dude, man. Excited for those guys. And the other thing that you got to adjust to that's different is if you go and you get cranky with somebody on the practice field, they can leave at any time. There's no contract for them to stay, right? So those are the two big adjustments, is unlimited free agency and no draft. But the rest of it, the ball part and all that stuff, he's the best at all time now. It's a tough deal. If it's going to be tough, but if there's anybody that can do it, he can do it. All right, and one of my favorite hires that got outshadowed by my good friend Rich Rod and Bill Belichick, the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Mullen to UNLV. Dan Mullen to UNLV.
Yeah, I saw that. LeBron James walking away for personal reasons, stepping away from the Lakers for personal reasons.
Is that true? I saw it in the chat. Is that happening? Are you reading the chat? Or are you doing?
No, it is. It is New York Post. Multiple.
Uh-oh. P. Diddy
I didn't say it.
P. Diddy. You know it. Come on, dog. He's getting Diddy-fied. Don't drop the soap, LeBron. Don't drop the soap.
Stop. Move on.
All right.
Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen. See,
There you go. See,
you started it.
I didn't mean. I regret it.
You started it.
Dan Mullen.
I saw it in the chat. I ignored it. You started it. All right, Dan Mullen going to UNLV, ball coach. I'm excited that Dan Mullen is back in the game. Dan Mullen is, he's legit. He is a big. I mean, he's ball coach, man. I'm almost a little bit surprised.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. This is allegedly. It's a joke. Ha ha ha.
Allegedly.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the James family, with whatever they're going through.
Whatever it is. It's a joke. Ha ha ha. Entertainment. We're just being funny. Relax. We turned the page on that shit like a month ago anyway. Chill out. Chill out. Allegedly. Maybe he's going to run a 4-4 defense. Who knows? Maybe he's going to run a pick six play. I don't know.
Dan Mullen.
All right. How about you getting me off that?
Dan Mullen.
How about that?
Dan Mullen,
We've
UNLV.
We've turned the page.
Dan Mullen. Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullivan.
Him too. Anything to get off this. Dan Mullen.
Scoop's legal team's not in action right now. But no, big time ball coach. I'm excited for him to get back. I was surprised. I think he's had some other opportunities.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, well, I mean, he passed on some opportunities now.
Yeah.
And I'd heard that he really enjoyed his gig.
That's what I heard too. I heard he really liked it, but boy, it doesn't pay like UNLV pays.
No, that's true. But I was a little surprised, but I'm here for it. Big Dan Mullen fan. I think he's a hell of a coach. I'm 2-0 again. I do want to say that as I'm 2-0.
So far today, you have advocated for Ross Bjork and now Dan Mullen. Interesting.
Love me some Dan Mullen. I am 2-0 against Dan Mullen though, and one of them was the infamous shorts game where at South Alabama we beat them.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
They. How about this? You want to hear something funny? Same end zone. This just hit me. This just hit me. All right. Same end zone that the Mississippi State kicker missed the winning field goal to the left upright was the same end of the field, and our kicker missed the extra point off to the left to get us fired. So we won a game and lost a game. Same end zone, same field goal, both missed.
I would argue it wasn't the field goal that got you beat. I would argue that it was the wide receiver that.
If we went overtime, won the game, that wouldn't have been an issue though.
Well, that's true.
If my aunt had balls,
yeah,
she would be my uncle.
She'd be my uncle. So there you go.
She would be my uncle. But yes,
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
I mean,
maybe.
possibly. It just depends on how you define.
If you play volleyball at San Jose State, we're sorry.
It really
allegedly.
It really just sort of depends on how you define some of these things.
Just a joke. I'm sorry. That offends you. All right. But yeah, I'm excited for that. All right. I know you saw this. I got to say this. Cole's probably saw this. I didn't send him the outline, so he probably doesn't know this is coming. But when he hears this, I'm sure Cole's going to get ready to clip this shit. I know how Cole thinks. Ohio Representative Josh Williams, State Representative Josh Williams in Ohio, is trying to get a bill passed in the Ohio State Legislature to where he gets flag planting banned.
I saw this. Silly.
Okay. Flag. Can I be a hand raised guy?
This
can I be a hand raised guy?
This is pandering.
If for whatever reason your boy ever got back into it,
right,
and our team played Ohio State and we were fortunate enough to win, I would pass the flags out.
You would pass out that Mountaineer flag?
No, there you go again. There you go
blue
again.
And gold.
No, whatever it was, it could be anywhere, right? And I would tell them, go plant the flag, because I want to go to jail and I want to go lawyer up, and I want you to say, explain to me, sir, how did I plant a flag in artificial turf?
Can't do it.
How did I plant a flag in artificial turf?
You wouldn't be able to get a flag to stay. Wouldn't do it.
How are you going to arrest me if I can't plant the flag because we're on artificial turf? How are you going to do that?
You can't do it.
You can't do it. But all kidding aside, hand raise guy. All right, to all Ohio, and I don't think all, I just think this is the guys in Lone Wolf.
Hold on, Ross is here. Hey, be careful.
Ross is here. Good. Ross, hear me out. If I had access to Josh Williams, the Ohio State representative, there's bigger problems to deal with in Ohio. Instead of writing bills to keep opposing teams from planting flags in your field, I got an idea. Why don't you go make it a felony to eat people's dogs and cats? In your state, people are eating dogs and cats.
Allegedly.
They're eating the dogs.
Allegedly.
They're eating the dogs.
Yes.
They're eating the cats. And we're worried about flag planting? We're worried about planting flags. They're eating people's pets.
Allegedly. Thank you.
They're eating people's pets. Allegedly. They're eating their dogs. They're eating their cats. They're like Alf. They got Alfs running around eating shit. Like they're just eating. And you're worried about getting your feelings hurt because somebody planted a flag.
Yep.
But let's don't worry about the freaking cats and shit.
Didn't they have a train derailment in Ohio too? Isn't that where the train got derailed?
They got all kinds of shit going on. But we're passing bills on that. Oh, that's what we're passing bills on. Yeah. Like there's bigger problems.
One would think.
I mean, come on, man. Eating the fucking cats, allegedly. All right. You're welcome, Cole. All right. NFL. Then we're going to get you out of here today, Scoops. Big NFL week. We have 2 college games. Go ahead.
Quickly, real quick.
Hey, tell me about some things. Hey, do you know what they should be eating instead of eating cats?
Listen, I'm going to give you some life advice. We're going to combine this.
I couldn't even finish.
Here's some life advice presented by Cole Walters of State Farm Insurance. Cole Walters, licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and even pet insurance for the whole state of Georgia. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. You can also find him online at colewaltersinsurance.com. And listen, if you're in Ohio,
Springfield in particular.
Listen, if you're in Springfield, Ohio, and you're hungry right now, okay? I'm about to find out where it is. Hold on. Let's see.
It's Springfield.
If they got a Wendy's there. Find out.
I guarantee you. Get an address for them.
Let's find out. Wendy's, Springfield, Ohio. Let's find out.
Guarantee you.
Oh, they got him.
I told you.
Here we go. Listen. If you're hungry, I know Fido looks appetizing right now, but don't do it. Head over to 2214 Limestone Street or 2411 Main Street or 305 West Columbia Street, right there in lovely Springfield, Ohio, and say, listen, I've had Wendy's nugs dipped in sauce.
I'm here for the Alf combo.
But I haven't had them covered in sauce, and that changes today. You're safe now, Fido. Wendy's new saucy nugs take the crispy and saucy nugs you love, turn them up to 11. Choose between flavors like buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, not milk bone. Or if you're a real heat seeker, try spicy ghost pepper, only on Wendy's signature spicy nugs. I dare you. Pick a flavor. Grab some extra napkins and prepare to nug like you've never nugged before. For a whole new way to nug, it's got to be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
All right. We have 2 college games. We got I think whatever the Montgomery Bowl is called now. Gio Lopez staying put.
How to lose the Wendy's sponsorship. I think we are in the final month at least. We made it this far.
We actually sell them. I mean, they like it. All right. Western Michigan and South Alabama play in the Montgomery Bowl. But the college game of the week, Navy at Army. Army is a 6.5-point favorite, Scoops. I'm taking Army minus 6.5 in this game. It's not enough. I like Army minus 6.5. So you got 2 college games, and then you're gonna get rolling into a big NFL slate. No bye weeks from here on out. So everybody's playing in the NFL. Starting tonight, Scoops. You're a big NFL guy. You've been hot, so be interested to get your takes on these games and lines. The Los Angeles Rams are traveling north in an NFC West matchup. They're taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers are favored by 3 points at home on a short week.
I don't hate the Rams here. I don't hate the Rams plus the points here on the short week in San Fran. Two teams that know each other really well. Don't hate the more rested team.
And San Francisco is beat to hell.
Rams playing pretty well.
They're playing well. They're 7-5. The 49ers are must win too. So it almost feels a little trappy because the Rams, they beat Buffalo at home. They didn't just beat Buffalo. They beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
And Buffalo's playing well. So that was that's interesting. That's tonight. It almost feels trappy. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I will play it. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. But common sense tells me I agree with you. Go take the Rams and the points. But it feels a little trappy to where 3's a lot. You're almost like, shit, give me the Rams. And then all of a sudden, 49ers win by 7 or something. So, all right, biggest line of the week, the Baltimore Ravens at the New York Giants. Don't look. What do you think the line is? Don't look.
Well, I looked, but I would not have guessed that high. I would not.
16 points in the NFL?
It's too many. You just can't do it. I mean, could the Ravens win by more than 16? Of course.
That is a lot.
But that's a lot of points.
I mean, I get that it's a disaster right now, but 16 is a ton.
Late in the year, guys are a little beat up, starting to. Yeah,
I'm not touching it because it's too much, but like
if you're John Harbaugh, this is. I mean, you're up a couple scores. You're not thinking, hey, let's go.
You got the division games.
You don't get style points in the NFL. Yeah. You just get dubs.
Yep. Jet in the chat.
I don't want to talk about the Jets.
Jet.
Oh, I thought
in
you
the
were
chat in the Chevrolet chat. That Jet. He said Kittle first TD. Like I think if I may actually play that may be my play tonight. I may play some props. The Jets are -3.5 of the Jaguars. Snoozer of the game. I'm going to take the Jets -3.5. I just think they're actually starting to play semi-decent, and the Jaguars are just a disaster.
No comment.
I know. The Cowboys at Carolina. We talked about this.
Kind of like Carolina -3 here.
Got to, right?
Yep.
You got to.
Yep.
It's first time since 2022. It's been 2 years since they've been favored in the game. And where's the line going? The line's going up.
Yeah, Dallas is a train wreck.
Did you see where Parsons walked off the field before the end of the game?
Not surprised.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot going on there. There'll be a coaching change there in all season. The Washington Commanders -7.5 at the Saints. No Derek Carr probably.
Wouldn't touch this one. If you tell me I had to, I'd
take
probably take the Commanders. But
that's a big hook.
That hook's big. Yeah, I don't think I'd go there.
Yeah, Grind taking the under. That may be the play as well. I agree with you there, Brian. Grind. I probably like the total. I didn't have the totals on here, Grind, but I'm with you. I don't know about the line. All right, Cincinnati. Here's one I do like. Cincinnati's -5 in Nashville. Cincinnati.
Hold on a second.
All right, here we go.
Yes, Olivia Ponton, please. Yes, Olivia. I was wondering if you could house sit for me this weekend. Yeah, I got it.
I know.
Yeah, I got to rake the yard. Wondering if you might. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, Olivia.
Is that who the person was?
Yeah, she's just gonna. Yeah, she's house sitting.
I imagine she's a very attractive house sitter.
Yeah, she's okay looking. She's okay. Who doesn't?
Did you like the way?
Who doesn't get Sports Illustrated supermodels to come house sit for them?
Do you know what my favorite?
Who doesn't do that?
You know my favorite part of that whole thing, like when I was reading about it and stuff. When I guess the night it happened or whatever it broke, is it said that like all the you can tell which ones the agents put out, right, and you can tell which ones didn't talk to the agents. The agents' articles said the house sitter was at home, and somebody broke into the house. And then it was like the local news said, here's the 911 call. And the 911 caller said, somebody broke into my house. So house sitters don't usually call the house theirs.
Yeah, and I'm just going to
shout out to Joe Burrow.
Yeah. I'm going to guess.
It's great to make $250 million as an NFL quarterback.
I'm going to guess when you're living in suburban Cincinnati that the standard house sitter is not a Sports Illustrated supermodel.
Oh,
just guessing
there.
I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Burrow getting a Sports Illustrated supermodel house sit. That's talent. That's he should be a great GM. He'd be a great recruiter. When you got,
especially if you have that budget,
if you got $250 million in your budget, hey, look, recruiting goes across more than just recruiting.
Listen, you can send me to ULM, give me $250. We're gonna put a team together now.
Put a team together.
All right.
Okay, I like it.
All right. So,
Cincinnati. Back to the line. Cincinnati -5.
If you made me bet that game, I'd probably take the Titans and the points just because Cincinnati has a hard time stopping anyone, which prevents them from blowing people out.
I just don't think the Titans are explosive enough on offense. I think they may. I think Cincinnati covers this.
Okay.
Actually, the Chiefs minus 4.5 at the Browns. Trap line. Give me the Browns plus 4.5.
Okay.
Trap line. If Jameis doesn't turn the ball over, they'll cover. Dolphins at Texans minus 3. We got Dolphins at Texans minus 3.
I like the
Houston coming off bye week.
I'll go Texans minus the 3.
Yeah, it's even with the Dolphins have gotten Tua back and they've gotten their guys back healthy with Jalen. I mean, they just I don't know, man. They don't look the same. I kind of tend to agree with you there. Colts at the Broncos minus 4. Give me the Broncos all day. I think they're playing hot. It's on the road, even though they're both coming off the bye. First Broncos bye of the year. Give me the Broncos. Patriots at the Cardinals minus 6.
I don't hate the Cardinals here. It's a big number, but I don't hate it.
You know something, because we've had the way our show's gone, we've had AJ on Mondays and things like that. We haven't spent as much time really breaking down the NFL and talking about this enough. But Drake May, what he's doing, like because at first they didn't start him and all that stuff. Everybody's like, "Oh, Drake May," and all the talk about like. Do you remember the preseason talk when all the gurus were out there going like, "Hendon Hooker, he's beat out by Drake May"? I'm like, guys.
Someone's making a point in the thread about Michael Mosley's talking about Stroud has looked very pedestrian this year. What happens is you're seeing
sophomore.
You're seeing the power of the NFL offseason.
Film.
They've had an entire offseason to look at him in a Texans system and prepare for him. And he's just it's the equivalent of the major league hitter, the rookie that comes in and he lights the league on fire for the first
Austin Riley
30 days.
Austin Riley.
And then all the advanced scouts get out to see him. And the scouts get out to see him, and they find a couple of weaknesses in his swing, and all of a sudden major league pitchers who are damn good are just pounding those spots. And so he goes through a slump, and then it comes down, okay, now you got to adjust to their adjustment. And that's where Stroud is.
Yeah.
I anticipate that he will have a very good third season.
Yep.
This is the adjustment to the adjustment.
I agree. But Drake May is playing his ass off. I think he's going to be the real deal. All right. Where's that? Bills at Detroit.
Oh,
minus
great
2.5.
Great game. Kind of like Detroit. I'm gonna go with Detroit here until they let me down. This is what they do. They just find ways to win these games. That's who they are, as Dan Campbell says all the time. Big spot for Buffalo. If you told me this is a Super Bowl preview, I'd buy it.
Okay, I don't disagree. All right, Bucks at Chargers. Chargers are favored by 3.
I like the Chargers here.
Yeah, going across the pond to play. Not across the pond, across the country to play.
They will cross some ponds.
They will cross several ponds and rivers. I don't know. I may go Bucks here.
Okay.
I may go Bucks here. All right, Steelers.
Game of the week.
Steelers at Philly, minus 5.5.
I got a rule. I stick with my rule. You're giving me Pittsburgh and points. That's all. I don't look at anything else. Pittsburgh and points. I take the Steelers. I know it's at Philadelphia. I get it. Battle of Pennsylvania. It's a lot of but you're giving me the Pittsburgh Steelers as a dog. I'm taking them.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do in this game. I haven't decided yet. I just need Saquon to go off.
Would I take Tomlin over Dan Campbell? I mean, Tomlin's more proven, but I love Dan
Dude's never
Campbell.
Had a losing season in the National Football League. Let that sink in for a second.
I'd be happy with Dan Campbell, but look, if you tell me, hey, you can pick your coach, I'm either going Andy Reid or Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. I like Dan Campbell. I love the way but if you told me Dan Campbell wins a Super Bowl and has done this for 10 years, yes. But right now, I mean, Tomlin's done this for a long time.
Yeah.
All right, Packers minus 2.5 to the Seahawks.
Probably Green Bay here. They're playing really well. You got to go on the road. That's a hard place to play, but Green Bay's playing really well. And
I don't even think this is even particularly close. I like Green Bay double digits.
Okay.
And then we got two Monday night games.
Ooh.
And they're barn burners. Bears at Vikings minus 7 and Falcons at the Raiders minus 4.
I like the Bears.
Joking.
I like the Bears and the points. It's a lot of points in a divisional game. And Chicago, they're not winning, but they're not playing bad football. And on the other one,
yeah, the Falcons have lost like 5 or 6 straight.
Yeah, I kind of like the Raiders. You're gonna give me the Raiders at home and points. They're not playing terribly lately. I might go Vegas.
Yeah. All right.
It'll be a big weekend in Vegas. They got the NBA Cup in Vegas Saturday for the semifinals.
All right, can I ask you a question about
Tuesday's the final. Yeah.
All right, so the what do they call it? The in-season tournament's been going on.
NBA Cup.
So what happens if they lose in an earlier round? Do they play? How do they schedule?
Stay on your regular season. This is so this game. I guess these 2 games coming up. I might be even off on this. These are quote extra games. The teams that get to Vegas get extra money.
Okay.
So these are games that I guess they count in the regular. I'm not sure exactly how that works, honestly, because I haven't. This is only the second year.
I'm saying, like, if you're out early, like, what do you do for the 2 weeks?
Oh, you just keep playing. They intersperse the cup games. So each team is in a quad,
mm-hmm.
and so you play cup games inside your quad that you would already play as regular season games. They just take on a different meaning, but you keep playing them. And so the teams that don't go to Vegas just keep going. I guess
are those games already scheduled, or do they have to, like, hey, since you're out, we're going to play you here?
Well, let me see, because I'm curious.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know whether
I know the Thunder are still in it.
Thunder are in it.
They're the number 1 seed too. That you just stop watching them, and they're the number 1 seed.
Let's see. I'm looking for my NBA app here so I can get schedules. Let's see. Someone probably can answer this. Now, let's see. All right, so we got games. We got games tonight. Got a full slate of games tomorrow. And then the Saturday games. They just have the two games on Saturday. You got Rockets at the Thunder. Rockets versus the Thunder. Hawks versus the Bucks. Then on
so the Hawks won last night.
Yeah. So what they did is I guess they kind of fixed the schedule because the Thunder, those teams don't play on Sunday, but there's a full slate of NBA games on Sunday.
They do it somehow.
Full slate of games on Monday, and then you've got Tuesday the NBA Cup. The Rockets Thunder winner plays the Hawks Bucks winner.
Okay.
And then no games on Wednesday. And then back to it on Thursday, like the Thunder play at Orlando next Thursday.
Okay. All right. That's all I got before we get out of here. We had a super chat earlier from Grind. He was asking about Criteria Club. I can't see it. Do you see it?
I get to it, I think.
Early in the show, like right when we first started. I forgot to get to it.
Yeah, I can't get to it.
All right. Grind was asking about Criteria Club. So we're doing Criteria Club. Grind, we're doing Criteria Club on TikToks. Because we're almost at 80,000 on TikTok, so we're doing it on TikTok lives, and then I'm doing it in the sub only space on TikTok. So Grind, hit me up on TikTok. You said you got an account. Hit me up on TikTok. Just DM the McCready and Siskey TikTok, so I know which one you are on TikTok. Grind. Scoops, have I told you that we're brought to you by PTG Outdoors? Are you looking to discover a Garmin? Do you know where you can discover a Garmin? At PTG Outdoors. From cycling to running watches to tax indoor cycling, Garmin brings innovation to your fitness journey. Track health metrics, explore maps, and enjoy GPS precision for cycling, golf, and outdoor adventures. Dive deeper with swim tracking, train smarter with dog tracking tools, and monitor performance on land and water. Explore Garmin's range, including smartwatches, scales, and advanced off-road instruments. Available now at ptgoutdoors.com. Scoops, do you know what happens? Do you know what they should do when they're really going to Springfield, Ohio, and they're about to take a road trip? And they're about to go get those saucy nugs from wherever that address was. They need to stop by and see our friends at Kia of Meridian. Are they looking for an unbeatable deal? Kia of Meridian has you covered with rates as low as 1.9% on new rides. Whether it's the ever-popular Telluride, the Sorrento, the Sportage, or the K5, we've got something for everyone. Plus, a huge selection of new and used vehicles. And here's the best part, Scoops. Do you know what they get to do when they purchase any new or used vehicle from our good friends at Kia of Meridian?
I think I do.
They get to
spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
And win awesome prizes like a PS5, an Xbox, a TV, and more. Don't wait. Come by Kia of Meridian or call 601-483-6444. Kia of Meridian, your road, your ride, your deal. So look, you can go buy, like, the missus needs a new Telluride. You go buy, here's what you do. You go buy Kia Meridian, you buy the missus a Telluride, and then you get to spin the wheel. You win a PS5 and you wrap it up and you give it to your kids. Like use two birds with one stone. Like, what are we doing? Stop by Kia Meridian. Yeah, and then just so everybody knows, if everybody's in the chat, the guys that do the Criteria Club, I guess it's finals week. I don't know. Nobody's playing. We will have Criteria Club on Saturday.
Yeah, it's finals week, so there's not many games.
Saturday, there'll be enough games on Saturday for Criteria Club. We just haven't had enough games. Then we should get rolling from there on out. So Saturday will be the first version, so far Criteria Club, we're 2-0-1 in Criteria Club. Official numbers are 2-0-1 and the 3 so far. And, so we'll be Criteria Club on Saturday.
We've been brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more. We'll be back on
Monday.
Monday's first part of the week's a normal week. We'll see about the end of the week. We'll talk about it. Anyway, we'll be back on Monday. Until then, have a great weekend. Take care.